Hey, what's going on, guys? So there is a new experimental update out for 7 Days to Die, and this one is all about cleanup, fixes, and making the game feel a lot more stable in the places where it was getting a little rough around the edges. The first thing that stands out is the work on sign tech. That system got some improved error handling, which is the kind of change you might not notice immediately unless something was going wrong before, but when it was failing, it could cause real headaches. One of the bugs tied to that system could even throw an argument null exception when joining a game, so getting that cleaned up should help make the whole experience smoother, especially for anyone hopping into servers and just trying to play without weird interruptions. A lot of the fixes in this update are also aimed at cosmetic and character-related problems. There were issues with the beachwear cosmetic, and some male and female outfits were missing arms, which is the kind of thing that instantly pulls you out of the game because it looks broken the second you see it. Those visual problems have been fixed now, so that should help the characters feel a lot more complete again. There are also some gameplay bugs in here that are definitely welcome. Item max durability was resetting after restarting the game and rejoining a server, which sounds incredibly annoying if you spent time managing gear and then saw it act like none of that mattered. Zombie loot bags also had problems with naming and missing inventory action buttons, so that has been addressed too. That is the sort of thing that sounds minor until you are in the middle of a run and trying to sort loot fast, and suddenly the interface is making basic tasks harder than they should be. Another fix that matters for active servers is the one involving kill challenges. Dedicated server zombie kills were not counting properly when using Celebrate, and that also caused console errors when clients killed zombies with Celebrate enabled. So this update is clearly tightening up that whole system and making sure those kills register the way they are supposed to. On top of that, there was a PvP issue where players could still take damage even with no killing settings turned on under certain conditions. That is the kind of thing that can create a lot of confusion and frustration, so it is good to see that getting handled. There are a few fixes here that are more about world interaction and world generation, but they still make a real difference. Players were not able to pick up user-placed items at claimed traders, which would be annoying if you placed something and then could not retrieve it. Nighttime airdrops also were not spawning when the sandbox setting was set to night, so that behavior has been corrected. Those are the kinds of systems that help the world feel consistent, and when they break, people notice fast. The update also clears up a bunch of interface and presentation issues. Splash screen messages were showing behind the main menu load, localized text was overlapping on the player screen, and typing S while searching in the shape menu could accidentally favorite a shape. That last one is such a specific little bug, but it is exactly the kind of thing that makes menus feel clunky when it happens enough times. There was also a problem where custom preset summaries would not always update the last changed item correctly, and that has been fixed as well. World and editor-related stuff got some attention too. There was an indestructible door frame in downtown Filler 30, which has now been fixed. Changing RWG preview quality after returning to the screen could cause an error, so that has been cleaned up. In the prefab editor, part names in the POI marker editor were overlapping, and the world editor was somehow visible on consoles when it should not have been. Those fixes are especially useful for creators and anyone working with the game's tools, because bugs like that can waste time fast when you are building or testing content. And then there is the network side of things. The update fixes an NRE tied to net package lock request, which is the kind of backend error that can be invisible to some players but still cause instability in the background. Getting those kinds of issues resolved helps the whole game feel more reliable, even if you never see the actual error message yourself. So overall, this patch is really about polishing the rough spots. It is not trying to reinvent anything, and it does not need to. It is doing the important work of tightening up bugs that affect combat, loot, visuals, servers, menus, and the editor workflow. Updates like this might not look exciting at first, but they are the ones that make the game feel better the next time you load in, join a friend, manage your gear, or build something without the game getting in the way. For players who have been dealing with odd crashes, broken visuals, or annoying menu behavior, this is a solid cleanup pass and a good sign that the game is still being actively tuned up where it counts.